Hey, how's it going? I'm Sean Velasco from Yacht Club Games. I thought I'd give you a few tips to get you started off. Okay, so tip number one is going to be use the shovel drop. Shovel Knight has a lot of moves at his disposal. He can swing his shovel, he can jump, and he can jump and swing his shovel. But there's another move, probably the most important move in the game, is called the shovel drop. And so you can do it by pressing down on the D-pad, and Shovel Knight will drop his shovel down, and you can use it to break blocks below you. You could use it to defeat enemies. You can use it for everything and anything. And so it's extremely useful to have the shovel drop and be thinking about it when you're having the gameplay in every section of the game. Essentially, the shovel drop, attacking with your shovel, and jumping are like the trinity of moves that Shovel Knight has at his disposal. Now, because he has this small move set, it makes it really easy for you to extrapolate what is going on outside your world, right? And so in the Shovel Knight world, everything that you look at, you have to think about, well, what can I do to it, right? Can I jump on it? Can I shovel it? Or can I use the shovel drop on it? So just make sure to keep the shovel drop in mind and use it on everything because it's an extremely useful technique. So tip number two is look for secrets. Shovel Knight is a game that's full of secrets. It's full of treasure, and it's just bursting with things for you to find. So keep an eye out. I would say a lot of walls have something that looks a little bit different. You could have a cracked wall, or you could have a plant sticking out. Try swinging your shovel at those areas. Try down thrusting into those areas. Use your shovel drop, like I was saying before. As long as you keep an eye out for your environment and really have a good idea of your surroundings, you should be able to find tons of secrets throughout the entire game. And when you find more secrets, you get more gold, and getting more gold is really, really useful. So yeah, tip number two, make sure to look for secrets. So tip number three is going to be go for the gold. So I was just talking about secrets, I was talking about the shovel drop, and all of these things are surrounding around you getting the gold. So inside all these secret areas, you're going to find treasure chests, you're going to find hidden plethoras of treasure, and you're going to find musical sheets that you can trade in for money. Everything all revolves around this economy, but what is the money all about? Well, it's super important. You can use it to upgrade your shovel, you can use it to upgrade your armor, you can use it to purchase magical items, and all of that stuff. In addition, you can get more health, you can get more magic, and so everything that you can do with your gold is going to help you get through the entire game. Make sure that you collect as much as possible, because getting it early in the game and upgrading early is going to really help you in those tougher stages later. So yeah, number three is go for the gold. So number four is going to be make sure to check out the checkpoints. The checkpoints in Shovel Knight work a little bit differently than checkpoints in other games. The checkpoint is visible, and so it's like this glowing ball, and it's just full of treasure. When Shovel Knight passes by it, it'll ignite, and if you die or lose, then you'll come back to the checkpoint. However, like I said, that checkpoint is just full of gold, so it's very tempting to break it. And when you break it, you get a ton of treasure, but the checkpoint will no longer act as a checkpoint. So you're going to have to make a careful decision, is it worth the risk to break it? Do you feel like you have that level of confidence? If you do, then I'd say go for it, because you can really use that gold. Finally, we come upon the last tip number five, which is make sure to relish your relics. As I was talking about before, Shovel Knight has a few moves at his disposal, but he's a very limited character. He has only a shovel, and it's very short range. So there's an entire host of relics that you can purchase and find within the game that'll help you get a leg up on all of your enemies and everyone that you're going to be fighting. So, for instance, you have the Flare Rod, which is a rod that lets you shoot a fireball all the way across the screen. Extremely useful for a short-range hero like Shovel Knight. We have the Phase Locket, which when you use it, Shovel Knight sort of phases into another existence, and you can use it to go past enemies or even walk over spikes. There's the Chaos Orb, which is a bouncy ball that just bounces around everywhere and can fight a whole ton of enemies when you're not even nearby. And then in addition to that, there's 8 or 9 more relics that are all really interesting and unique in their own way. You don't have to use them to complete the game, and some players I think are going to naturally be attracted to other relics, as opposed to another relic. Either way, keeping those relics in mind and making sure that you're using them in the correct situations is going to really help you finish the game. So make sure to relish your relics.